My game's developed 100% since I've been here in the Bay Area. Getting to the NBA is a major accomplishment, but surviving in the NBA is a totally new challenge. The way that I see the game now is all because of the experiences I've had in the last 7 years. It's all been an amazing journey.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mike Buchholz, and welcome to the NWAC Men's Basketball Tournament on STSPN. Today's game features the South Puget Sound Clippers and the Big Bend Vikings. The Clippers, with a record of 22-5, are the number 1 seed on their half of the bracket, playing the number 8 seed, Big Bend, with a record of 19-10. Nice to be here. We are at Everett Community College, the Walt Price Sports and Fitness Center for the tournament. Crowd is starting to fill up finally a little bit. And Mark Ockett had the previous game, and he is now down on the floor, and he is the PA announcer for this game between the Clippers of South Puget Sound with a record of 22-5 and the Big Bend Vikings with a record of 19-10.
I need to apologize because I've got Big Bend as Big Bend, Oregon, but it's actually Moses Lake.
Yeah,
right?
It is Moses Lake.
I've got to go in there and change that right now. Sorry there, ladies and gentlemen.
Right, yeah, I remember that. One of my former colleagues used to be the men's coach there. That was a long time ago, last century, and maybe a couple of decades added onto that as well. We are now getting ready for the starting lineups. Starting lineup, first of all. And the players are not actually going out onto the court. Usually they do that, but they apparently are not. So,
well, don't they usually name off the players and then they name the starters after they? That's what I've
they
seen.
will do that. Yeah, that's right. They will do that at the tournament. They'll list everybody on the roster and then the starters to follow. So we're not quite ready here for the starters. They'll be coming up here in just a moment. The South Puget Sound Clippers. Colors are blue and silver. Today they are wearing their home whites. And Big Bend will be wearing gray uniforms trimmed in a little bit of a Seahawks look with that blue and kind of the neon green.
I like that blue and neon green, actually.
Well, it starts to grow on you once you win a Super Bowl. I think that helps out. So, number 1, Zach Shepard from Garfield High School, a 6'4" guard, is starter for Big Bend. And Jaleel Holdford, number 3, is the second starter. He is the point guard. Jacob McCord, the leading scorer at 25.9 points a game, 6'8" from Westlake, Utah, starting in the post. He is a sophomore. Josh Erickson, number 23. He is a 6'6" freshman from Enumclaw, Washington. And the last starter, number 25, Jai Eli. He's at 14.2 points a game. And that is the lineup for Big Bend. Shepard, Holdford, McCord, Erickson, and Eli. And now the starting lineups for the South Puget Sound Clippers, coached by Aaron Landon. Big Bend, coached by Mark Poth. South Puget Sound. We're receiving an award down there is Luke Chavez, a sophomore 6'3" wing player. Regional champions, number 1 seed. Kobe Key from River Ridge High School. He's a 5'9" guard. Oh, again, these are the rest of the players on the roster. I might have to take off one of these headphones here so I can actually see what or hear what's going on out on the floor. And South Puget Sound, record of 22-5. It just received the trophy for winning their league and district here at the NWAC tournament. Perhaps expecting to come away with the championship trophy. And now the starters for the Clippers of South Puget Sound. A wing player averaging 14.8 a game, Luke Chavez. Went to Sir Francis Drake High School in Marin, California. 6'3" wing player. AJ Hodges, number 15, is a starter, 5'11" guard from Salt Lake City. Number 0 for the South Puget Sound, and we're going to have to get his name because we don't have a 0 that is listed, so that's been a lineup change. Number 32, Wes Reynolds, a 6'4" freshman from Lacey, Washington, went to North Thurston. And number 33, Nolan Black, 6'6", post player from Olympia High School. So I'm going to guess that number 0 today is going to be Des Stoudemire. Who averages 20.1 points per game with a little bit different number. Do you have that on your roster over there, Todd?
No.
So right out.
If you're looking at this book, right?
Yes.
No, that is what it is.
Right off the bat, they have thrown us a curve. So we'll get that to you here in just a minute, as we do not have a number 0, but number 0 is jumping center against McCord, and Hodges controls the tip for South Puget Sound. Man-to-man defense for Big Bend. Off to Stoudemire. Screen and roll now as Chavez comes off. Jump shot on the way. 3-ball is missed. Rebound comes down to Erickson. And here comes Big Bend. 2-3 zone look for South Puget Sound. The Vikings of Big Bend setting up in their zone offense. Ball gets knocked away. Out on the top now is Holdford. Shot on the way. Rebound. Controlled by Reynolds and tapped away. Step through move down at the other end with the quick outlet, and we've got a foul called on the play. No shot. Jacob McCord with his first, and he's the leading scorer. Big Bend cannot afford to get him into foul trouble. Man-to-man defense here for Big Bend. Stoudemire works the right side. Skip pass across. Hodges drive in. A lot of contact. No foul called. A wild shot. And here comes Big Bend. Trailing on the play and taking the 3-ball. It's no good by Jacob McCord. Back the other way we go. A little bit of contact inside. Shot goes. Drive down the middle by A.J. Hodges, who averages almost 15 points a game. Hodges, a 5'11" guard. And we have the first points of the game. South Puget Sound with the 2-zip lead and a chance for 3 the old-fashioned way. Shot is up and good. 3-zip, South Puget Sound. 18:32 to go here in the first half. Play 20-minute halves. So we'll have 2 halves, 30-second clock as Bend moves the ball around and the McCord throws it away, trying to get it inside. So the Clippers will have the ball. Chavez out between the circles. Works to the right. Ball goes inside and off the hands. Knocked away. Wes Reynolds could not control it, but Big Bend knocked it out of bounds. So we have a baseline out of bounds play. Standard box formation and a screen up on the ball side. Hodges works the top. Lob pass and jamming that home is Stoudemire, I believe. Still haven't got the correction on his number. Nice play, back screen, 5-0 now.
You mean 0?
0.
Yeah, I'm still waiting.
Well, my guess is that would be the leading scorer, Des Stoudemire, but I'm not exactly sure. And we've got a 30-second timeout. We'll try to get that for you, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back here on STSPN.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
Oh.
All right, we are back as the Puget Sound Clippers have taken a 5-zip lead over Big Bend. And we believe that number 0, his number used to be 22. We believe that might be Boué Kouajian. Big Bend down the middle. Passed inside, we got a foul called as the ball is given off to Zach Shepard driving down the left side. So the Vikings will have it out of bounds on the baseline. Interesting out of bounds formation. 2 men on the block. 1 at the foul line and 1 out near half court. So they're going to try to run a play, and if they don't get it, they'll throw the outlet. There it is. New clock, and Shepard sets up the offense against the 2-3 zone of the Clippers. Skip pass, 3 ball on the way. That's off target, knocked out of bounds. And that's going to be Puget Sound Clippers basketball. Thank you for joining us. We have 17:06 to go and a 5-zip lead. High post entry, 3 ball on the way. There's Stoudemire as we've tried to sort out that other number of the mysterious number 0. That 3 ball missed, and Big Bend has the basketball. Working the corner, not the short corner. Ball knocked out of bounds. Big Bend will retrieve with 16 left on the shot clock. Well, we were talking about the color schemes early on, how we liked it, but now that we're up here, it's kind of difficult to see Big Bend's numbers. Holdford works the top, then throws it away. Hodges with the steal, lob pass, and once again, corralling that was Kouajian, and he's got 4 points now. Hodges with another steal. Big Bend up 7-0. Momentum definitely going their way. Man-to-man defense. Chavez wide open at the top. Drives down the lane. Kicks it back out. Has it knocked away. Does Hodges. And we've got a foul on the play on Hodges. It will be Vikings basketball. as they collapsed on Hodges as he drove down the lane. 7-0 lead here as we are at Everett College, Walt Price Sports and Fitness Center. Still staying in that zone defense are the Clippers. We get a high screen out of that, and into the game now Joey Andrews has checked in. Corner shot on the way, 3-ball misses by Erickson. Offensive rebound, a little too much on it for Andrews as he overshoots the hoop, and here comes Chavez of South Puget Sound. Still working against that man-to-man defense. Chavez down the lane, 6'3" guard, kicks it back out. Now Hodges on the dribble drive, contact, whistle blows, shot will not count. We got an out-of-bounds play. Looking for a challenge? Push yourself further. It begins when you enlist as a soldier in the U.S. Army. You'll be trained in one of more than 150 career fields, and you could even earn money for college if you qualify. To find out more, visit your local Army recruiter or log in to goarmy.com. Stoudemire kicks it back out top to Kobe Key. Key to Chavez, working the left side, a one-on-one move, spins, has to turn around, and he sinks it. Nice turnaround jump shot. This game has started off with the South Puget Sound Clippers on a 9-0 run. Inside move, strong inside move by McCord, Jacob McCord, and finally on the board are the Vikings of Big Bend. 9-2 is the score. Working the top is Puget Sound. They lose control of the ball and then get it back, or we got turnover. Nice rebound by Kouajian, misses the putback. McCord with a strong board. Still staying in that zone defense are the South Puget Sound Clippers. Finally, McCord, high post. Strong move to the hoop, and he is going to be fouled. And he's going to shoot 2 here. We're going to have a timeout on the floor. 9-2, South Puget Sound leading Big Bend. We'll have those 2 shots when we return.
There is no obstacle an engineer can't tackle, build around, or blow up. Skilled and versatile, these soldiers pave the way, building fortifications, detecting and destroying mines, or restoring electricity after a natural disaster. Nothing stands in the way of a guard engineer.
Welcome back to the NWAC Men's Basketball Tournament on STSPN. This is Mike Buchholz, and our game this afternoon is the South Puget Sound Clippers, who are leading the Big Bend Vikings by a score of 9-2. We got 14-13 to go here in the first half, and Josh McCord's going to be shooting a couple of free throws. Excuse me, that's Jacob McCord, a 6'8" post player from Westlake, Utah, at the free throw line. McCord misses a first. He does have he has the only basket in the game for Big Bend. Second free throw. On the way for McCord, and it rips the cords. 9-3, McCord with all 3 points for Big Bend. Luke Chavez, 6'3" point guard for South Puget Sound. High post entry knocked away, and Managing to get it back is Stoudemire. He gets it. Chavez down the lane, up and in with the scoop shot. 11-3. Nice recovery by the Clippers. Big Ben having to move the ball against that zone. Corner shot misses for Andrews. We've got a foul on the rebound. And with an out-of-bounds play is Big Ben underneath their own basket as we have the second foul on a South Puget Sound player. I didn't see who that was called on. And a ball, oh my, ball is thrown off of the hands of a Big Ben player, goes off of a bench player, and the referee did not see it. The ball went out of bounds and bounced back in. Todd, did you see that?
Is that like having the 12th man?
Yeah, exactly. That's what the 12th man's for. McCord gets away with the travel. Oh, he does not get away with it finally, as the referee recognized the suitcase. The coach for South Puget Sound, Aaron Landon, talking to the official about one of his players putting his hands up for self-protection as the ball went out of bounds. Meanwhile, South Puget Sound, high post offense to Nolan Black, who has checked in, kicks it back out to Chavez, and now Kobe Key back to Chavez, looking to try to drive, can't get it. Stoudemire down the lane and rolls it in. We got a foul called. Des Stoudemire.
Count it.
Count that hoop. Got an opportunity for the three-point play the old-fashioned way, and very steadily in this first half with 13:10 to go. The Clippers of South Puget Sound have created now an 11-point lead, 14-3. Here comes Big Ben moving now against still a 2-3, bit of a matchup zone look for the Clippers. Finally the high post, and there's a grabbing foul, I believe, going to be called on Nolan Black. And another out-of-bounds play underneath for the Vikings. Baseline play, couple of screens against the zone, and almost threw it away. Now the officials are going to confer, as there was a quick whistle as Chavez stepped in and then threw it off a Big Ben player, and it looked like he got the ball off the player before he hit the floor, but he was on that baseline. So the referees conferred and decided that the steal did not take place, so we're going to run that out of bounds play all over again. And now we have number 24 checking in for, that's Dion Hamilton checking in for South Puget Sound. We got another foul called. This one's on Kobe Key, or Kobe K, I believe is the pronunciation that Mark Ockett is using. It'll be Leo Barron from Pocatello, Idaho, misses the free throw. Quick outlet, here comes Hodges, and Hodges misses the layup. Tip is no good by Hamilton. So with the 14-3 lead, here comes Big Ben. Back in the corner, three ball on the way is good by J.J. Eli. J.J. spelled J-A-I, but we got it. Nice backdoor play. Quick recovery by Big Ben. Three on the way. And let's see who's going to corral the rebound. It is the Vikings. Three ball on the way for Leo Barron is off target. Loose ball kicked around. Rugby scrum on the floor. And we've got a foul called as Quajon hits the deck. Quajon providing the first big highlight of this game with a nice dunk shot off of a lob pass. Got a great screen. 14-6.
I thought you were talking about the scrum.
Is the score. Well, there was a scrum there, yeah.
As being the best play.
Best play. Well, he was part of the best scrum and part of the best play. Quajon out top. Ball moved around. Quajon gets it back. Double pumps inside, off the rim, battle for the rebound. I like that they let them fight for the board. Hamilton comes away with it. Hodges, three on the left wing, short. And the rebound comes away to Joey Andrews of Big Bend. Three ball in the corner, again short, as Barron misses but follows his shot. Barron gets the putback, cuts the lead to 14-8. Number 11. The numbers are hard to see because it's that fluorescent green on gray. And I have to say the eyesight's not what it used to be, which is why I'm not an official, among other reasons. Missed shot and a rebound by a Big Bend. That's J.J. Eli again. We got a foul called. This time the foul's going to be on Des Stoudemire. And that's going to send a Viking to the line for a 1-and-1, as that is a 17th foul. Make it the 8th team foul. And on the scoreboard, we have Big Bend with 5. 1-1. Zach Shepard at the line. Shepard. Nice touch, nice follow through. Shepard playing his high school basketball for the Garfield Bulldogs, who had a good run in the state tournament this year, finishing second. Had the lead at halftime against Nathan Hale, but could not hold on. But nevertheless, good run for Garfield. Chavez makes an entry pass. Now Stoudemire works the top. Chavez goes through and comes off a screen. Uses the screen again. Well covered. Nice help defense by the Vikings. Stoudemire, 3-ball on the way. And he drains it almost to the 10-minute mark. 17-9. South Puget Sound has been in control the whole game. Drive in, layup short. As Andrews, a 6'5" guard, leaves it short off the rim. We got another whistle. This time it's on Leo Barron, and we're going to take a timeout here with the score. South Puget Sound 17, Big Bend 9. We'll be right back after this word.
When it's your job to protect the world's greatest nation, it's your responsibility to solve the world's greatest challenges. This is why we search for the best and brightest, why we train for every eventuality, on land and water, in the air, space, and even cyberspace. We operate in a complex world with one simple mission: win.
Yes, yes. Welcome to Basketball City, USA.
I use my brain, open lanes to the top of the game. I use my hand on any man that would try to contain me. Use my feet and compete like I need to the death. I use my heart and it'll beat till I breathe my last breath.
Hoop Fest 2017. Don't miss your shot.
We are back here at the NWAC men's basketball tournament on STS-PN. 17-9 is the score. South Puget Sound over Big Bend, and the South Puget Sound Clippers have possession of the ball right now. running their half-court set against man-to-man defense. There's a skip pass. Hodges, 3-ball on the way. Battle for the rebound. Comes off to Big Ben. Drive down the lane, and we've got another foul called as J.J. Eli from Idaho Falls with a good attack, and Eli is going to be at the free throw line, and he's going to be shooting free throws. It looked to me almost like they called it a 1-and-1. They did. They called it on the drive. Rattles around the rim and home. 17-10, South Puget Sound controlling the whole way, but the Vikings not going away yet as Eli just misses the second one. Hamilton in there, Dion Hamilton, who has been hitting the glass for South Puget Sound, and the clock stops again, and we have another. Got it. Yeah, great, thank you. So we just had confirmation that we have figured out who number 0 is for South Puget Sound. That's Boué Kouajian, but right now it's Dion Hamilton missing the front end of a 1-and-1. 17-10 remains the score. South Puget Sound remains in that 2-3 zone. Been having a tough time trying to solve that. They get it into McCord, who has returned. McCord averaging over 20 a game. He averages almost 26 a game, and he makes a strong drop step move into the key and puts it in with the baby hook, cuts the lead to 17-12. Kouajian with the drive and the kick. Kouajian backdoor, gets it back, floats the runner up. Hamilton around the glass again, has it knocked out of bounds. So far, I can tell you that I'm quite impressed with the work that Dion Hamilton, the 6'4 freshman, does inside on the glass. And pass is mishandled, but the Clippers come up with it anyway. Chavez out top. So Chavez, dribble drive down the lane. A lot of contact. They're going to call it. No basket. They're going to call it on the floor. I can tell you right now that one of my assistant coaches would be all over the official with that, saying call the stuff that matters. Taking away a potential basket from Chavez, sending him to the line instead for a 1-and-1. Chavez rolls the first one in, makes the score 18-12, 8:35 to go. Hey, it's Everett Community College trivia time. Why do some of the region's best athletes choose Everett Community College every year?
Because of the Walt Price Center?
Because of the Walt Price Center. The gym, look around. As it's time to register now for spring classes at everettcc.edu. Now, I suspect that you had the answer to that trivia question already.
Well, I'm always anxious to try and figure out the answer.
Okay, okay.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Going to go to.
We'll be back. 19-12.
You are invited to immerse yourself in the beauty of nature in all four corners of Lewis County, Washington. From our fields to your table, farms in the west share their bounty. Limitless landscapes, forests and mountains beg to be explored in the east. Fish our many rivers and lakes in the south, and discover where history and culture intersect in our twin cities. Explore it all by visiting our Facebook page and plan your next getaway at discoverlewiscounty.com. Culture, history, and adventure all come alive when you discover Lewis County.
To Everett Community College, Walt Price Sports and Fitness Center. Extending their defense is South Puget Sound coming out of that timeout. And now they fall back into that 2-3 zone. It looks like maybe they're going to try to double team McCord inside. McCord gets it. He kicks it out. 3 on the way. Tapped out. Kind of an alert play. Zach Shepard was rotating back, as guards will do, and got a late start on it. Shepard disagrees with the call, And that's going to be like the Bobby Fuller 4 hit. I fought the law, and the law won as the Clippers of South Puget Sound get the ball. Skip pass over to Chavez on the right side. Chavez drives, pulls up, misses. Strong rebound by Big Bend. That was Garrett Wendt, who has checked into the game. McCord comes up with the rebound, but we got a whistle. And we're going to have a 2-shot foul. Zach Shepard of Garfield going to the line once again. That is now the 10th foul at the 7:46 mark. So the fouls are starting to pile up on South Puget Sound. Shepard makes a pair, cuts the lead to 5, 19-14. The Vikings not going away. South Puget Sound being a little careless. Chavez makes another layup, and again it is waved off, and again he's going to the line. Want to thank Todd Elvig and Josh Elvig, who are here taking care of the video work and adding some commentary periodically. Luke Chavez at the line for the Clippers. Chavez good on the first. That is the 9th team foul. Frankly, a lot of fouls have been called, and the game hasn't really had all that much flow so far. Chavez, good touch, makes a pair, extends the lead back to 7, 1-2-2, three-quarter court trap for South Bend or against Big Bend. Big Bend having some trouble with that. Now they lose the handle. Timeout is called as we have a player diving to the floor. Hodges, good hustle play for South Puget Sound, and we've got a quick timeout. 21-14, 7:22 to go. We'll be right back after this. We are back at the NWAC Men's Basketball Tournament on STSPN. This is Mike Buckles, and we have a score of South Puget Sound 21 and Big Bend Vikings 14 with 7:27 to go. And A.J. Hodges handling the rock after he saved a possession by diving on the floor for the steal and calling timeout. Working against man-to-man. Nice cut to the basket, but Kawajan could not handle it, and there is a turnover. Shepard gets himself trapped, and still some sloppy play. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Garrett Wendt. He argues the call, and it's going to be South Puget Sound basketball. Olympic College is a great place to hit the field for books. Earn your associate degree, then transfer to a university, or slide into home and earn your bachelor degree without leaving Kitsap County. Learn more at olympicccollege.info/athletics. That's Olympic College. Chavez with the jump shot, and it is good. Just to the left of the circle, nothing but twine. 3-ball. Lead now extends to the Clippers, up 10. Wide open inside and mugged is Leo Barron. Nice pass by J.J. Eli as he pass fake to the left against the zone. The Clippers running a bit of a trap. They bit on that pass fake, and he fired a bullet inside to Barron, who's now at the line for 2. First one rolls out, and I tell you what, when you're in playoff basketball, the free throws become very important, and I haven't totally looked at the free throw stats, but I suspect they're not as good as the coaches might like. Barron, 1 of 2, cuts the lead 9. Now working the point is Kobe Key. Dribble drive down the middle against Barron, pivoting around looking for help. Crossover dribble. Stoudemire gets away at the push-off and throws it right to Barron to Big Ben. Down the lane, Barron has the ball stripped away from him. And here comes Hodges. He has his shot swatted. Quickly moving the ball as the Clippers get it back. They're going to now reset with, I don't think they reset the shot clock as it's already down to 10. I think they kind of missed one on that. Hodges drives to the hoop off the rim. Barron, strong rebound. And there's a drive into the lane. Losing the handle is Andrews. Looking around gobsmacked, wondering what happened. And what happened was he lost the handle. That's Leo Barron, I guess, who lost the handle on that. Correction. 24-15. We're at the 5:30 mark. Chavez inside to Hamilton. Hamilton kicking it back out. Works it back around as they run a little bit of what's called the T-game action. Chavez cutting through, coming off a screen. Good help on the defense. Oh, a lot of contact. We might have an injury off of that, as a good hustle play as Hodges diving for the ball runs into Leo Barron. And Barron looks like he's shaken up a little bit on that. Looks like his leg twisted in an awkward fashion. He's trying to walk it off right now. It's going to be a turnover, and the Vikings will have the possession. 2-3 zone look. Still working the point out there is Jalil Holdford. Double team over on the side. Finally get it back inside the leading scorer, McCord. Tough inside, misses a couple. Rebound goes off of the Clippers, so it's going to stay with the Vikings. And are we going to have another timeout? Yes, we are. 24-15, 4:57 to go in the half. South Puget Sound over Big Bend. We're going to take a break and be right back.
Every guardsman knows the call. It has many meanings, but when it's spoken, the message is clear. Heard, understood, acknowledged. Visit NationalGuard.com to begin.
There is no obstacle an engineer can't tackle, build around, or blow up. Skilled and versatile, these soldiers pave the way, building fortifications, detecting and destroying mines, or restoring electricity
Here
after a
at
natural
Everett
disaster.
Community College with NWAC tournament basketball on STSPN. Out of bounds play underneath for the Big Bend Vikings, who trail 24-15 against the South Puget Sound Clippers. New possession, shot clock at 26. Still, that 2-3 zone has been stifling, and Big Bend having some trouble with that as they just haven't really got the outside shots, and turned over as Leo Barron throws it right to Luke Chavez of the Clippers. Chavez works the top. Stoudemire now out on the top. Reset for South Puget Sound. A little bit of pass and screen away action going against man-to-man defense. Stoudemire down the lane. Leaves the running extended layup. Leaves it long. Rebound cannot be corralled. It's going to be a team rebound for the Clippers. So they got a new clock and an out-of-bounds play and a 9-point lead. Kobe Key is keying the out-of-bounds play. Throws it deep out to Chavez. And the Clippers will reset. Chavez trying to get the crossover, forces one up. A rebound comes off to Jake McCord. McCord does not get the touch at the offensive end. McCord averaging 26 points a game, has been a force inside, but he's not getting that many touches against the Clipper defense. Clippers playing the zone. Big Ben playing man-to-man. Stoudemire, another three on the way. Maybe ill-advised as he was way outside. A rebound comes down to Big Ben. Drive inside, double pump, wild shot. Chavez knocks it out. I'm sure Coach Mark Poth of Big Ben would like to see the Vikings work the ball around a little bit and at least get McCord some touches on the offensive end. He's double teamed. Now he's open on the block. They don't find him, but three ball is good from Zach Shepard. Excuse me, it's not Zach Shepard. It's J.J. Eli, three ball. McCord rebound the other way. So this is a big possession for Big Ben right here. Another three on the way, and it is an air ball. So big possession. Eli launches another three. Could have cut the lead to 24-21. Instead, it is 24-18. Ill-advised shot. Man-to-man defense still for the Vikings. A lot of fouls been called in this game on both teams. Chavez doesn't step into that depth to the ball. Has it knocked away. Layup off of the steal as Kobe Key tries to keep the layup from being made. He's going to be whistled for the foul. And Joey Andrews, a 6'5 freshman from Riverton, Utah, nice job of stepping into the passing lane, taking it all the way, fighting through contact, and has an opportunity to cut the lead to 3. Back iron miss, rebound Chavez. Again, free throws playing havoc for Big Ben. Chavez going to run the screen and roll. Instead works it back out top to Dion Hamilton, who's checked back in. Stoudemire, no hesitation, bombs in the 3. Ups the lead back to 7, 27-20. Getting near the 2-minute mark. Dribble drive down the lane. Long layup. McCord battling for the rebound. He shoves Hamilton off. Little frustration for McCord as he is a very physical player inside. Hamilton hits the deck. So let's see how many, if I can see the scoreboard, how many fouls that will be on Hamilton. That is his second foul on McCord. Hamilton goes to the line, and he back iron misses. Both teams shooting the double bonus now. So over 20 fouls have been called in the first half. We still have over 2 minutes to go. Hamilton makes 1 of 2. Gives the South Puget Sound Clippers an 8-point lead. They jump back into that trap look. A bit of a soft trap. Ball goes to the high post. That's Josh Erickson. Finally gets it into McCord. McCord gets away with the travel. Misses the shot. Stoudemire rebounds for the Clippers. McCord triple teamed inside. You can see what the strategy is for the South Puget Sound Clippers in dealing with McCord. Wild pass ran down by Luke Chavez of the Clippers. Shot clock down to 10 now. They're clearing the side. Chavez now kicks it out to Stoudemire. I would not leave him. 3 ball on the way, and there's Hamilton, tips it to himself. A Dennis Rodman style rebound as he goes straight up. I really like the job Hamilton is doing on the boards. Gets another possession for the Clippers. A little bit too much one-on-one, and losing the ball is Boué Kujian. Bounces off of his knee, goes out of bounds. McCord, 1:05 to go and 2 fouls, is going to go to the bench while the game is still close for the Big Bend Vikings. So the Vikings working the right side. Josh Erickson back out top. Inside is Holdford. Gets inside, throws up a swing. A whistle goes as J.J. Eli hits the deck. Another foul is called. I believe that's on Hamilton. That's going to be his third, if that's the case. And Eli, who hit the deck on that, is going to the free throw line. And again, we have another back iron miss. And I'll tell you what, and just a few more of those makes, and they're right back in the games. They trail by 8 and gets 1 of 2 to go. Makes it a football score, 28-21. And here comes Kujian, leads for Chavez. Nice up fake, finds Hamilton inside. Hamilton pump fakes. Defender joins the parachute club, runs into Hamilton, and now Hamilton's going to go to the line. I'll tell you, Hamilton has a slim build, but he does a good job on the boards of getting position, and he was right down there on the left block that time. And more importantly, has 2 free throws and makes the first. As that foul, can't really see the board over there as to who the foul was called on, so we'll get those stats for you. As Hamilton makes a pair, lead goes back to 9. Vikings is having trouble with the zone on dribble penetration, can't get close to the basket, and the outside shots have not been falling. Drive down the lane, Hamilton does a good job of bothering, but nice follow that time by J.J. Eli. Last shot going to be played for by the Clippers. And the 3 balls on the way. It is long. There's Hamilton again with another possession. His outlet is off target, however. And so the half comes to an end with the score, South Puget Sound Clippers 30, Big Bend Vikings 23. We will be right back with the halftime statistics after this commercial break.
The commercial pilot program at Big Bend teaches students to fly and gives them the ratings and certificates necessary to work as a commercial pilot. Many of our students come to the commercial pilot program with little or even no aviation experience. They'll start flying an aircraft on day 2, and they progress through training with an instructor to flying the aircraft by themselves, traveling to other airports throughout the Northwest, and they get to learn to fly in a variety of different aircraft. Our students are all scheduled to fly twice a week at a minimum, and they will attend aviation ground school courses that are taught here on campus by the same instructors they fly with. The program operates 23 aircraft, mostly single-engine trainers. We also have multi-engine aircraft, as well as a float plane and a table aircraft. Moses Lake offers great weather for aviation and for training, with 5 runways at the airport, 13 approaches, a tower, and radar control. Our students also have the opportunity to operate in airspace that includes Boeing jets, the military, and lots of other flight training and testing activities.
Soldiers in the Guard's intelligence field gather information on the enemy using a variety of tactics. Scanning foreign communications, conducting interrogations, and debriefing friendly contacts, all while delivering and coordinating data to help allies on the battlefield or stop civil emergencies. The enemy can't hide from Guard intelligence.
education experience. We teach the teachers how to implement the curriculum in the lab, and 90% of it is them building, programming, inventing. We want the kids to come home from school and go, wow, I did the coolest thing today, and they're thinking I'm having too much fun and I can't put this dang project down. When STCU supports learning, they're supporting their future. What is a better place to help the greater good than helping kids? I'm Mike Marzetta, and STCU is here for good.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
Welcome back. This is Mike Buckles on NWAC Men's Basketball Tournament on STSPN. And we are at just finishing up halftime as the South Puget Sound Clippers have a 30-23 lead over the Big Bend Vikings. Taking a look at individual scoring, South Puget Sound led by Luke Chavez with 11 points and Des Stoudemire with 9 points. Other stats of note, Dion Hamilton has 3 points and 5 rebounds, all at the offensive end for the Clippers. For Big Bend, leading scorer Jacob McCord with 5 points. He averages 25 points a game. So the Clippers doing a good job of defending him. Actually leading is J.J. Eli, leads Big Bend with 10 points. Second half is now starting. It has been that zone defense, and if I'm Big Bend, I like to see McCord have some touches. He had one there, kicked it back out, and another foul is going to be called Lots have fouled. The referees have been very consistent about calling the body fouls. There were well over 20 fouls called, over 10 on each team in the first half. So Big Bend, who shot just 7 of 14 in the game, that foul is on Des Stoudemire, so he is replaced by Kobe Key, new 30 for Big Bend. Working the left side is Zach Shepard back out top to Jalil Holdford. The ball movement is just not quick enough against his zone, and they settle for the three. It's good, though, by Zach Shepard. That cuts the lead to 4. I'll tell you what, Big Bend did not have a good half, and yet they are only down 4. And there is an attack and another foul called. Kobe Key is going to trigger the inbounds play, standard box formation, a screen to screener. Chavez with a nice move, now trap baseline, kicks it out to Hodges. Hodges' pull-up jumper is good, so there is the answer for South Puget Sound. Hodges playing a pretty steady game for the Clippers. Clippers staying with that 2-3 zone defense. Now get it inside, runner down the cutter down the lane. McCord tries to get it to him and turns it over. Hand in the passing lane. Here comes Key. He gets stuck. Finally turns and takes a shot. McCord with the foul, and Key reaches in and grabs him. It's going to be important for Big Bend to get McCord back into the offensive flow. So not even a minute and a half in, and we've already had 3 fouls called in the second half. Jalil Holdford working the top. And Hodges goes for the steal. I thought he was on the line. He kicks it back out, so Hodges gets the steal. Quajian comes up with it. Hodges drives down the right side. Strong drive, could not get that one to drop. And coming back the other way, Key gets the steal, leaves it, and trying to finger roll is Quajian, and you got to use the glass on that young man, as he tried to finger roll it and left it short. 6'6" Quajian had a spectacular dunk early. 32-26 is the score. Slow ball movement still by a Big Bend. A lot of catching, standing, 3 ball on the way. Good again. Shepard of Garfield keeping them close though. Making a few more free throws. Chavez with a nifty crossover hesitation between the wickets. No help. Big Ben did a good job of helping in the first half. Chavez extends the lead back to 5. McCord inside. Power move is good. And Chavez hobbling here a little bit as he comes down to the right wing, and we've got a timeout being called by South Puget Sound as they hold just a 3-point lead at 34-31. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors. Stay with us.
At NIC, we believe in investing in our future, one built with dedicated, skilled, and hardworking people. And with the new career and technical education facility at North Idaho College, the future is bright. Today's students are tomorrow's workforce, and North Idaho College's career and technical education program will provide the training that will get you the job. Together, let's build the future. North Idaho College. Start here, go anywhere.
I graduated from high school in 2008, went to UW for a year, came back to Spokane, graduated, wasn't really sure what I was going to do, so I headed to Spokane Falls. I feel like the energy in Spokane is evolving. Having a good, accessible college right here in town is a really important part of that. So I just started working at Helvetica, which is a local design firm. The Falls definitely prepared me for getting a good job right out of college.
My name is Morgan Lynch. This is my college, my community.
Welcome back to the NWAC Men's Basketball Tournament on STSPN. This is Mike Buckholtz, and what had turned into being somewhat of a dominant performance by South Puget Sound has now turned into a barn burner as the lead is just 3, as foul trouble is handcuffing South Puget Sound. They lead 34-31, have the basketball now coming out of a timeout. Good man-to-man defense being played from by Big Bend. Hodges forces one up. The rebound, though, is ran down by one of the Clippers. And Chavez makes him pay again as Zach Deloney ran down the rebound, got him the extra possession, and Luke Chavez with the left hand off the glass. 3 ball on the way is good for Josh Erickson, and now the lead is 2. So Big Bend now has some hope against the number 1 seed, South Puget Sound. Clippers work the ball left side, and the ball is knocked away, and here comes the Vikings down the lane, jumps in the air to pass. Finally gets it to the post player McCord. Outside in, back inside. Shot is blocked. Kept alive though, and an air ball is fired up by Josh Erickson. So the Vikings just cannot seem to get over the hump, but they are staying close. Clippers working the ball on the outside. Chavez has been their only consistent threat, and he busts a 3 ball to make it 39-34. So Chavez having a good game with their leading scorer, Des Stoudemire, sitting on the bench. There is an answer for Big Bend. They are not going away as Holford busts a 3 ball from the left side. High-low action, goes inside. Nice pass, and Kuwejan extends the lead back to 4, 41-37 here at Everett Community College. 3 ball in the way, back iron miss. Rebound, though, Big Bend, loose ball, bodies flying. Last man to touch it is McCord, the 6'8 post player who got a couple of touches early in the half, finished, and we've got another timeout at the 14:25 mark. The score, South Puget Sound 41, Big Bend 37. Please stay with us here on STSPN.
Every guardsman knows the call. It has many meanings, but when it's spoken, the message is clear. Heard, understood, acknowledged. Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your...
My game's developed 100% since I've been here in the Bay Area. Getting to the NBA is a major accomplishment, but surviving in the NBA is a totally new challenge. The way that I see the game now is all because of the experiences I've had in the last 7 years. It's all been an amazing journey.
Welcome back to the NWAC Men's Basketball Tournament on STSPN. This is Mike Buckholtz, and our matchup between South Puget Sound and Big Bend has tightened up. South Puget Sound holding on to that 4-point lead. Couple of early timeouts, one for each team in the second half. 14:25 to go. And discussing strategy, foul trouble actually plaguing both teams here a little bit. A.J. Hodges working, and he has been tough, along with Luke Chavez for South Puget Sound, and left-handed hesitation dribble drive off the glass, good, extends the lead to 6. Big Bend having a tough time against the zone. They need to get some touches inside. Turnaround jump shot. There's McCord with the offensive rebound. And a foul is called as McCord misses the putback. Foul is called on the rebound. And I thought the whistle blew a little early, took away an opportunity for McCord to score, but I do have to say the referees have been consistent with their calls in this ball game. There have been a lot of calls. However, McCord gets touched, drives in, forces it off the glass. Jacob McCord, strong in man, averages 25 points a game, is now, I believe, in double figures for the contest. As Mark Poth, I'm sure, wants his team to go inside. Rebound for Zach Shepard. Let's see what the Vikings can come up with as they now trail by 4. Inside, contact as they throw it inside to J.J. Eli, who's listed at 6'1". I'm not sure he's actually 6'1", but he did get the defenders to join the parachute club, got him up in the air, drew the contact, and now J.J. is going to go to the free throw line. The Vikings just 7 of 14 from the line in the first half. First one is good. Lead is back to 3. Big Bend has cut the lead to 2 a little bit earlier in the half, and they do so once again. 13-14 to go. The Vikings not going away. They have hope, and their defense has been keeping them in the game. High screen and roll. A.J. Hodges now kicks it out. Hodges gets it back. Long 3 on the way. It is short. McCord with the board. And here come the Vikings, Joey Andrews. Hesitation, taking a little time off the clock. Nice assist by Josh Erickson. Penetrate and pitch. The lead is now gone as the score. The Vikings have tied it up. Hodges works the top for South Puget Sound. Hodges dribble, finally kicks it out. Chavez out top. A little too much dribble, I think. Chavez behind the back, forces one up. They call an offensive foul. And I'm starting to sense a bit of a momentum switch here. Standing in and taking that charge. But the Vikings have an opportunity to take their first lead of the game on this possession. Let's see. Contact, no foul. Eli drives down the left lane. Contact called. Out. Shot off, but that shot 45-40. And the Clippers are going to get Stoudemire back in the game. Down the left side. Foul is called. Looks like McCord tried to take. And I learned that working on the inside, has been facing some double teams, and that's created some problems. McCord now steps out and screens. 3 ball on the way. McCord fights for it, but Chavez comes away with it for Puget Sound. Leaves for Hodges. Strong move to the hoop. A.J. Hodges, a 5-11 pass. And Hodges is in double figures. Yeah. Check over here with Maggie Buckholz, keeper, and Hodges. He has now had points. 10-40. 11. As Hodges has given South Puget Sound SPS changing hands. McCord wisely kicks it back out. Now he floats back side. Ball on the way for Shepherd, the Garfield High School graduate. And Big Bend now has a 2-point lead. Hodges, again, crossover down the left side, rolls it in good. And he's going to get a chance for a three-point play the old-fashioned way, as there was no help defense inside. Hodges from about 25 feet out, crossover dribble, hesitation, puts on the Jets. Nice, smooth layup. Nobody there to help, and we're at a tie at 48 at the 10-15 mark. Let's see what Hodges can do, as he now has 13 to make it still 13 points. Rebound. My. They're going to count the free throw on that, as the referee comes from the backside and said it was goaltended. That was a horrible call. As the rebound, Leo Barron went up and caught the rebound at the rim, and there was contact. That's a call, ladies and gentlemen. Now we have a 10-second call in the back, out called instead, as it over for Big Bend. And we're going to take a break. Back here, stay with us. Exciting game.
The Guard has over 50,000 wheeled vehicles in action, gear and equipment around the world during domestic emergencies. Airport operators are essential.
County has numerous markets that affordable choice of fresh food. Many of those farms are all is coming from.
Who are taking care of the camera work, and South Puget Sound, with the benefit of, in my judgment, was a horrible call on a goaltend, take a 49-48 lead, as a free throw was missed. And one of the Big Bend players, Leo Barron, went up and corralled the rebound. There was contact from the backside. It had come off the rim. He still had it in the air, and he was pushed, and the ball hit the basket, and the referee from over half court called a goaltend. I don't know where he gets that. The referee's done a pretty good, or at least a consistent job so far, but that was a horrible call. We're at 10 minutes to go, 49-48. The Clippers leading the Vikings, and we have sensed a bit of a momentum shift. The game is being played at a tempo that I'm sure the Vikings seem to like, but they can or have difficulty getting the ball inside. 3 on the way, rolls around. McCord without a touch. Rebound comes off to Quajion of South Puget Sound. Good leaping ability by Boy Quajion. Into the game is Nolan Black. He gives it off to Chavez. Chavez has been a standout player today for the Clippers as Stoudemire splits the defenders, goes for a layup. That is waved off. That's about the 5th layup we've seen waved off today, as they're going to call that one on the ground. 16 foul. Lots of fouls have been called in the game, but the foul total 6-5. It's been pretty even both ways. J.J. Eli going to take a seat. He's had the hot hand for Big Bend, and he's in a bit of foul trouble now. A.J. Hodges, lob passes. They run it again. Perfect pass for A.J. Hodges. They did that earlier with Quajion dunking. This time he lays it in off the glass. 3-point lead. Well-designed play for South Puget Sound. And coming back the other way inside is that Andrews? No, it's not. It's Barron with the layup. 51-50 is the score. Back and forth we go. Working the left, taking a look. They're going to around. Hodges scored with the rebound, gets shoved, wants contact, no call, and here come the Vikings. McCord setting up at the high post, has not had a touch, several times down. 3 ball on the way, it's good. And that, Zach Shepard on the 3 ball. Hodges forces the drive inside. We're going to have a blocking foul called. Big Bend with a 53-51 lead. Another foul called, and the way this game was called, and has been called, as I mentioned, very consistently. A lot of body fouls have been called. This game could be won or lost at the free throw line, as many basketball games are. Hodges, nice touch, cuts the Viking lead to 1. A.J. Hodges, a 5'11 guard, misses the second, almost lost out of bounds. Barron saves it, however. Gets it back into Andrews. There's the corner. Zach Shepard working the corner. He's hit a couple of threes here. Andrews inside, finds Barron. Up fake. Shot is missed, but a foul is called. So Leo Barron, the 6'4 forward from Pocatello, Idaho, will be going to the line for 2. That is the 17th foul. My wife Maggie and I just returning from a cross-country trip. Did we go through Pocatello, Idaho? I don't think we did. I think we went through Boise, and then as the first free throw is good by Leo Barron of Pocatello. He makes a pair. And the big redhead extends the lead to 3 for the Vikings. Man-to-man defense. Vikings have played that all game long. Stoudemire returns down the lane. Jump shot on the way is good. Boy Quajion pulls up and nails it. Cuts the lead to 1. Nice play under control. Pulls up and hits that 8-foot jump shot. Staying in that zone. Short corner now. Being worked by the Vikings. McCord hasn't had many touches. Up fake. He's going to take a 3, and it's good. Jake McCord, who averages 25 a game, steps out into the three-point world and busts one of those. He hasn't had many touches. He's been a tough player. Here goes Stoudemire inside, runs over a player. A block is going to be called. That's Barron, who I believe set up inside that circle. And Stoudemire, who averages 20.1 points per game himself out of Centennial High School in Portland, Oregon. Des Stoudemire going to try to break into that 4-point lead with a free throw, and it is good. Both teams have 7 team fouls. That's 7 team, not 17. Stoudemire makes a pair, cuts the lead to 2. 6:27 to go. 58-56, Big Bend over SPS. Now to that trap, and Chavez with the timely steal gives it off, and slamming it home is Puget. Stoudemire with the assist. Here comes Joey Andrews. He's knocked to the floor. And Andrews going to go to the line. We are tied. I'll tell you what, Boué Kujian, or Kujin, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, so please excuse me if I mispronounce that name, but that young man, 6'6", quick hops. He got up and rammed it home. Free throw is good. Andrews, 6'5" guard. Nice touch at the line. 6:04 to go. 2-point lead as Andrews rolls that one in. We have not seen Dion Hamilton in for a while. I believe he's corralled with 4 fouls. We do have Wes Reynolds in for South Puget Sound. Hodges, rare mistake by AJ as he loses it out of bounds. Extending that half-court trap, 1-man front, 2-man attacking it. Barron just over half-court, throws a skip. Zach Shepard working the right side, gets it to McCord. McCord to the corner, back inside. Barron has the ball. It's stripped away and another foul called. Any reaching or grabbing in this game has been called. Usually a lot more contact is allowed, but again, the players should be adjusting because I would say that the officials, all 3 of them, have been very consistent with the calls. So one thing that you look for as a coach and a player is the officials calling the game very consistent. Be sure to check out the NWAC on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedule, scores, stats, and more. Barron's free throw. Chavez almost losing the handle. Going for the steal is Zach Shepard. That steal attempt fails, and Shepard, the Garfield grad, is going to be whistled for the foul. So now it's going to be Luke Chavez at the line for the SPS Clippers. Clippers are trailing by 1. A sizable lead early on, trailing by as many as a dozen, but Big Bend has chipped away at it and got the lead finally in the second half. Chavez now with the chance to tie it up, and he does. We are at 60, ladies and gentlemen. 5:25 to go in this contest, all tied up. Shepard working the far side, gets it to McCord, baseline, travels, and he, as a player, jump into the air. That's Wes Reynolds, and he lands on McCord. McCord hits the deck, and we have some sort of a call as, wow, Shepard joins the parachute club, which is one reason why you want to stay down, goes for the fake, and so it looks like a travel was called on the cord as he shuffled the feet and then took the big hit by Wes Reynolds, who probably saw his life cord. Good. Chavez with the money ball, 63-60 for the Clippers. Over with the 3-point lead and 4:51 to go here at the NWAC tournament. Don't go away. We'll be right back on STS-PN.
Welcome to Lewis County.
Welcome back to the NWAC men's basketball tournament on STS-PN. This is Mike Buckles with a heck. Right now, South Puget Sound off a 3-ball by Luke Chavez. And now lead Big Bend by 3, 63-60 is the score. We got an out-of-bounds play for Big Bend underneath their own basket. Do they turn it over? Shepard, no. Comes up with the loose ball to maintain possession. The winner of this game will play Umpqua, who defeated Bellevue earlier. 3-ball on the way. Stoudemire comes up with the rebound off the miss. Stoudemire down the lane. Foul is called. I believe it's going to be on the ground, and it is, and I have got to say, well, now the referee says 2 shots on the foul, even though the clock shows 9 team fouls. The basket was good. They count the basket. That one was on the ground, a bit of continuation if they count the basket. There's some discussion here. The Big Bend coach is up, and he's not going to like this call. The referees are getting together again, trying to decide. I thought the foul was whistled well before the shot, a little NBA action here. And we got a timeout on the floor while they decide what the call is going to be. At any rate, Stoudemire will be back for at least 1, maybe 2 free throws when we come back. 4:30 to go, 63-60 South Puget Sound over Big Bend.
At NIC, we believe in investing in our future, one built with dedicated, skilled, and hardworking people. And with the new career and technical education facility at North Idaho College, the future is bright. Today's students are tomorrow's workforce.
We are back at the NWAC tournament, and the referees have gotten together and decided that the basket does not count. We've had several of those actually in this game. The basket went in, but the foul was called on the ground. What that does is that puts Des Stoudemire on the line at 4:30 to go with a 1-and-1. Stoudemire good on the first one, extends the Clippers' lead to 64-60. So we've actually had several shots go in, but the whistle blew early. No continuation like they have in the NBA. Stoudemire makes a pair, 65-60, 4:27 to go here in the second half. And Big Bend going to have to get something going, and what they have going is a turnover as Zach Shepard threw it cross court between 2 players, and it goes out of bounds. Shepard not happy with himself. That is a huge turnover. Now, South Puget Sound can run a little clock. Double high post set. They get it into Bue Kujian. They run that backdoor play, the back screen. Chavez gets it, loses a handle, tries to save it. Instead, Barron goes to save it underneath his own basket, gets it out, and it goes out to Stoudemire, and he drains a 3. That is a disastrous turn of events for Big Bend. Just a few moments ago, had the lead. and now have missed the three. McCord battling for the rebound, trying to get the foul called. Possession stays with Big Bend. So Chavez just lost the ball out of bounds and went to try to save it, but Leo Barron, not sure apparently who hit it, tried to go for the save. It came back in, went to South Puget Sound. They kicked it out to Des Stoudemire. He drills the three. And McCord travels his way down the lane, lays it in, 68-62. We got a timeout by Big Bend. So we're going to take a break here at the NWAC tournament with South Puget Sound leading Big Bend. Be right back.
Local farmers markets are a convenient place to get fresh, healthy food and products for your family. Lewis County has numerous markets that provide you with an affordable choice of fresh food products. Many of those farms are also available to purchase from directly, so you can take comfort in knowing exactly where your food is coming from. Meet your farmer, know your food. We make it easy in Lewis County.
Welcome back to the NWAC tournament here at Everett Community College as South Puget Sound has taken the lead. And correction, that last three ball by the Clippers was A.J. Hodges. I credit it to Des Stoudemire, who had made a couple of free throws earlier. So it's A.J. Hodges with that three ball. Full court pressure now, and maybe having to go for the fouls at 3:20 to go. Instead, no fouls called. South Puget Sound going to run their offense against the man-to-man defense. Hodges works the ball just to the right of the circle, down the lane, spins around, kicks it back out. Drive down the lane, kick back out again. This time it is Stoudemire, and possession goes to Big Bend as they steal it away after an offensive rebound. Three ball on the way is good. Joey Andrews with the three, cuts the lead to three. A lot of time to go now. Coming down to the 2:30 mark. Chavez up, three ball good. Layup good. And has a chance for a three-point play as Jake Cord stepped in to try to take the charge. Fell over backwards and exhibited really good body control. He doesn't look like he's that quick, but he is deceptively quick. Has a nice hesitation move. He and AJ good guard and third guard Des Stoudemire scoring threat, averaging. South Puget Sound has an excellent backcourt. Chavez, shot on the way, three-point play the old-fashioned way, 71-65. But I'll tell you what, Big Bend has not went away all game long. Let's see if they can come back. Chavez possibly going to get called for a grab, as the officials, anytime you reach in and make contact, they have been called. Both teams in the clock. And if you're behind, that's what you need to do, because the clock becomes an enemy as well. Andrews short with the first shot. Wes Reynolds checks out. Played some good minutes for the Clippers. Checking in is Nolan Black. Second shot also missed by Andrews. Rebound, Luke Chavez. Chavez with a good game down the lane. Strong, lays it in. A.J. Hodges. 73-65. Unable to stop the dribble penetration. Right now, that is hurting Big Bend. Three on the way, skips out. Black with the rebound. Gives off to Hodges. 1:55 to go. 8-point lead. Maybe a foul coming up here to try to stop the clock. A lot of contact into Black. Stoudemire gets it back, and now they're going to use some more clock, are the Clippers. A couple of reach-ins Black gets the loose ball. 3-ball on the way. And Black comes up with the rebound, has his jersey grabbed, still no foul called. And finally, Joey Andrews forced to go out and just grab one of the Clippers. Commits a foul. 8-point lead, 1:27 to go. And the player at the line out of Marin, California, Luke Chavez, who's been tough all game along with his backcourt mate, A.J. Hodges. Chavez first shot is good, 74-65. Total points for Chavez, he had 11 in the first half. Next one is good, and that extends the lead. 13 in the second half. Chavez with 24 extends the lead to 75-65. We're going to take a break with this timeout. We'll be right back here for the remainder of this game on STSPN. NWAC men's basketball tournament. I'm Mike Buckles on STSPN, and despite a good run by the Big Bend Vikings with 1:27 to go, South Puget Sound has extended their lead to 10. Des Stoudemire with 26, Chavez with 26, A.J. Hodges chips in 19, a three-headed monster. 3-ball on the way, and Stoudemire comes up with the rebound and takes the linebacker hit from Garrett Wendt, who has checked in for Big Bend. Foul trouble has affected both teams as they have both been in the double bonus relatively quickly in both halves. Referees have been relatively consistent with their calls, and Stoudemire at the line for 2, 6'1" sophomore out of Portland, Oregon. And Stoudemire misses the first. I thought we have 15 on the board up there for Stoudemire, Mick. Yeah, so it's Chavez that had the 26. Stoudemire now with 16 points. And clock is winding down. Ball is turnover. It's called. McCord is saying that a Clipper hit the ball. No such call will be made. Ball goes back to the Clippers, and they have an 11-point lead, and we're winding down near the 1-minute mark. So it looks like South Puget Sound will advance. Stoudemire makes the layup as it goes to 78-65, and down the other way, Shepard misses, and a rebound is put back in by Zach Shepard, I believe. And here comes Chavez. Umpqua will be the opponent tomorrow of South Puget Sound, as they are now just trying to run out the clock. Shot clock down to 10. Chavez working the top. Apparently they don't have the closely guarded rule with the shot runner on the way, rolls out, rebound by Nolan Black. Black kicks it out, and that's going to be the game. 16 seconds to go, 78-67. Good ball game as Big Bend got down early, came back and actually took a 4-point lead. But South Puget Sound, the Clippers, not to be denied, will advance. Here at the NWAC basketball tournament being held at Everett College, Walt Price Sports and Fitness Center. Final score, South Puget Sound 78, Big Bend 67. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsor.